mo kí gbogbo ọmọ kóòtù òjíire pátápátá nílé àti lókè òkun ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yìí ẹ̀yin ọmọ aládé ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi ẹ bá mi wo fídíò yìí.
Some bastard Yoruba people compromise it. Mostly some of our obas. Àwọn ni wọ́n dalẹ̀ Abiola. So we are telling our kings in advance that when we eventually come out for our rally and our kings think that they can be used again, just like they have been used many times, just as most of them killed Abiola, their son, as they always call him. Àwọn náà lọ padà Gbabọde fún. Ẹ má díẹ̀ àwọn generation yìí. We are not that generation of 1993.
Mo jẹ́ ẹ̀jẹ́ fún orílẹ̀-èdè mi ilẹ̀ Odùduwà tó ń ṣàn fún wàrà àti fún oyin, ilẹ̀ tó kún fún àwọn akọni ọgbọ́n ètò àti òye. Mo ṣe ìlérí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ ológo ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀, ìtànṣán oòrùn láti la ayé já nílẹ̀ Áfíríkà, láti gbé ilẹ̀ Odùduwà lárugẹ. Mo pinnu láti fìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan fún ìlọsíwájú ìran Yorùbá. Mo fọwọ́ sọ̀yà pé n kò ní dalẹ̀ tàbí ṣọ̀tẹ̀ sí ìṣọ̀kan àti ìtẹ̀síwájú orílẹ̀-èdè mi ilẹ̀ Odùduwà. Èmi yóò fi gbogbo ipá, ọkàn, iṣẹ́, ọgbọ́n àti ìṣe mi sin orílẹ̀-èdè mi ní òtítọ́ àti lódodo títí ọjọ́ ayé mi. Gbogbo ìyànjú àwọn akọni tó ti lọ kò ní já sófo láti ọwọ́ mi títí dé ìrandíran tí ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn. Mo ṣe ìlérí pé ẹ̀sìn tàbí ìṣèlú kò ní yà wá nílẹ̀ Odùduwà. Tó bá wáyé bẹ́ẹ̀, mo lè lo ọkàn ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó kù sára mi láti fi ṣègbè àti jàjàgbara fún orílẹ̀-èdè mi. Ilẹ̀ Odùduwà, ìran Yorùbá, èdè kan, àṣà kan àti ìṣe kan ló so wá pọ̀ láéláé lágbára Elédùwà.
Tó bá jókòó sínú ilé ẹ̀ and you're stumbling across many Yoruba conversation across the new media, which is called the social media today, and you are against it for whatever reasons, change that mind of yours. Be it Obaleje, Ijoyeni, Bale, politicians, your family, children, Okunrini, Obirini, and you are truly fighting to get Yoruba to remain in this union called Nigeria. Change that perspective of yours. Because this is going to be a tug of war between we and you. And somebody will either back down for the other person. But if you're expecting people like us to back down, you are really joking. Take this to anywhere. You are joking. We have gone past that we are fearful of even the powerful person in the world. Talk less of your government. We will force that government to understand that the Yoruba people of today are different from the Yoruba people of yesterday. So in the interest of Gbogbo, for every one of us, including you, me, let us come on the round table and deliberate together. The land is big enough to help you and me to bring a better Yoruba people that can compete with the global world. But Teba sọ fún wa pé this time around that you will continue to forge ahead, that you are thinking that in 2 years' time there will be an election. We have already started what is going to stop that election. In the stop election, I've already started just 5 years ago, but this year will be much more bigger. Because we do not understand why our Yoruba of today, we can see that the Yoruba people are all in a danger, and that danger everybody in Nigeria can see today. So while you are trying now to convince our other families by trying to heal them, give them the hope that the Nigeria that they are seeing today, Oshimani Atushe. And this goes to also all the pastors across Yoruba land and the imams and the traditionalists. You are literally pushing Yoruba people into danger. And it is important that many of you understand this now before it is too late. But there's nothing we can do. You will continue to forge ahead because of the lies coming from the Europeans. The same Europeans that trapped us, criminalized us, took us as slaves for many, many years. Our babanlawa, our yalawa, children, women, men from Yoruba land were moved out as slaves to another continent to serve them. A lot of them died during the journey. Our living in this country is a very cold weather that is different from the climate of Africa. But today, fast forward, we're now independent and they've moved back and now giving us opportunity to run a country to work different indigenous people and expect to have that such country to be successful. The Europeans are knowing very well that there is no way people that are speaking different languages and you're expecting a unity to work in such a country like Nigeria. But they've used Nigeria to deceive many of us. The most populous black nation, the one that will run Africa, the one that the economy is growing. That is not even why we are fighting for Yoruba Nation. We are fighting for Yoruba Nation because our identity has been mistaken for Nigeria. What's a mistake identity with Nigeria? And we need to reverse that. And it is easy to reverse that by allowing a full autonomous independence of the Yoruba people. But if you are adamant and you are pushing that we, the Yorubas that are crying out now and demanding that our existence in Nigeria today does not give us our true identity, then you should also expect chaos, crisis, and anarchy within that same land. Wherever you are in Nigeria, listen to me carefully. Tell those that need to know that Nigeria is now due to be dissolved. If any of your agenda is to think that you can use whatever means to still convince those that are still in denial, we would also continue to tell those that you are telling that Nigeria is due past its date. We will give Baba Akintoye all the support he needs from the media, which is one of the most powerful tools that we are using right now, to continue to inform those that are still living in denial that there is still a country called Nigeria. We will not stop until Gbogbo Yoruba. This is Koiki Media voice note coming out again from the Koiki Media studio. In 17th April 2025 at exactly 6:45 a.m. Bringing the world closer to your doorsteps. The politicians within Yoruba land, you are not up to, and I'm talking about the whole Yoruba state, matching you all together from the governor to the deputy to the councillors. You are not up to the populations of millions of Yoruba people that are now saying, let us pack up and stop this denial on Nigeria. There will be a serious fight between we and you so that our enemies within and outside will know that we are serious. We are in Nigeria. To avoid such fight internally, in the past, according to what history have said, there have been many wars between the Yorubas. But Ijatisin is to make sure that history will never forget us, that we took ourselves out of the fake union called Nigeria. And if we need to fight each other on that reason, we are prepared for that. Egbomidada, Eiti, Entako, Inyajoyi, coming from the political side I'm talking now. This Yoruba nation has gone past work on sorrow, Kositemashe. The whole Yoruba land will be shut down and nothing would happen until Yoruba nation is fully enforced across the Yoruba land. Just the same way Nigeria was forced on us. We might have to do such. But to avoid all this is the reason why we are doing a peaceful, non-violent campaign for the last 5 years. But this 2025, the Yoruba people will be out on the street, and we dare to say that nobody can stop it. All the governors in the state needs to understand that this is no longer a joke. Our life has now been under a threat, and we need to save that quickly. But if you are saying to us that we should fuck off from your words, not mine, make our Lord Joko Sibikon Wikilamashe. The Yoruba land is very big, which is very good. And that means that there will be a lot that we can do. Tí kò ní jẹ́ kí ẹ̀yin náà lè ṣe ìjọba tẹ́ ń ṣe lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nísìn. Wọ́n ní ìrọ̀rùn igi, òun ni ìrọ̀rùn ẹyẹ, gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀yin àgbàlagbà, ẹ má bínú pé àpòwe. Ìrọ̀rùn igi, òun náà ni ìrọ̀rùn ẹyẹ. Ẹ sọ fáwọn tí wọ́n ń ṣe ìjọba lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ pé this year, let us wind down Nigeria together from the House of Assembly to the governors, to the councillors, and to the socialite, the elite, the poor, so that Kigbugwale just declare Yoruba nation together. But you would not accept such. Because Eshefe think we, Oriwo we, are stupid, using this bomb bastard democracy to deceive us. The same democracy that Etilu for many years, since 1999, and the Yoruba people are still poor. That means that any opportunity more, láti tún wá present any kind of democracy in Yoruba land. We will do everything it takes this year to make sure that you will not even be thinking about 2027. This year is a very important year for our Yoruba, Tanshe Yoruba nation. And if you do not know what it means, go back and prepare your mind, body, spirit for this year. It is going to be a very, very tough year in that Yoruba land to rescue ourselves from what Britain has created, known as Nigeria. That name will not exist in a Yoruba land anymore. If the Igbos wants to keep Nigeria, that is their own cup of tea. Because problem tower. If the Middle Belt wants to save Nigeria using that brand, that is their cup of tea. If the Hausa wants to keep it, that is their cup of tea. But right inside the territory and the real indigenous people's land, don't put in Nigeria, don't put in Yoruba land, Nigeria will cease to exist. We will not tell you what we will do, but I'm sure you know what we can do. We are not sitting here to tell you, this is what we are doing. We have the right to do anything that we can to make sure that Nigeria ceases to exist in the following state. From Kwara, Kogi State, Ondo State, Osun State, Oyo State, Ogun State, Lagos State, Ekiti State. Those 8 states are Yoruba land, and we have every right to stop Nigeria from existing without telling you what we would do on those land. Ẹ lọ múra sílẹ̀, ẹ̀yin tí a jọ ń ṣe Yoruba nation. This is just something that most of you seems not to understand. It is a war that is coming. This is not going to be your usual rally. It is a non-violent, but be fully prepared. It can become violent if care is not taken from the federal government should attack or do anything stupid during the course of the rally. The rally remains non-violent. That is what we are telling the international community that love a peaceful dialogue. I think beautiful, peaceful dialogue since Buhari was in power. When Tinubu came, we have written Tinubu as well, and he has not even responded. But we would allow him to respond when we shut down the whole of Southwest on his head. And we don't know what Tinubu can do because Tinubu is a weak element and he might respond in different ways. Emaro Kutulujo Yoruba ló wà lókè as your president. This is a better opportunity. Ká sọ fún ọmọ Yorùbá tó wà lókè yẹn pé ní ilẹ̀ wa o, this is Yoruba land, not Fulani land, not Igbo. This land belongs to us. Àwọn bàbá ńlá wa tí wọ́n bá ṣiṣẹ́ débẹ̀, Tinubu ò lè wá rí ilẹ̀ yẹn tó máa fi ṣe Nàìjíríà lé lórí. Àwọn tó jẹ́ ìyá ìyá ńlá wa tí wọ́n bá já wa tó bá já débẹ̀, Tinubu gan fún rẹ̀ kò lè rí bí kan jókòó sí tó máa náà ń govern lé lórí. So we are still telling the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, there is still ample of time for dialogue to allow the Yoruba people to now decide their fate and exit Nigeria. We are telling President Tinubu that the Yoruba people, under the leadership of Professor Adebanji Akintoye, are now fully ready to take and control the Yoruba territory so that the insecurity, our identity, our economy would be run fully without any interruption by a non-indigene, but an indigene called Yoruba people. Britain, America, Germany, each of these countries, France, and the rest, all have their own true citizen. We are not a true citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as we have been told. We have now confirmed that it has been lies for the last 100 years plus. Tell all these Yoruba politicians that are taking this movement as a joke, the whole of Southwest will be shut down so that we, the Yoruba people, can be free. And if you think that you will release your dogs from the barracks, your dogs from any part of the military barracks, the police station, to disrupt the upcoming rally, then there will be much chaos that can never be stopped. And as soon as there is a crisis within the country, international investors will put a full stop to operate in Nigeria because they are not sure what is going to happen with their hard-earned money that has been pulled into Nigeria. The stock market will collapse. Your airport will stop to work. All these operations across Yoruba land might not work as it is right now if the federal government thinks that they can come in hard force on us. We are just warning them ahead because we know what they can do. And we are not in a military dictator as they speak right now. We are in democracy. But we have already seen that Tinubu has used democracy and is using a military diktat, just as we saw when the governor of Rivers State has been removed and a military administrator in a democracy was brought in to rule and control Rivers State. Rivers State is not Yoruba land. If there is even any kind of state of emergency in Yoruba land, it's even good because there will be more chaos. There will be more chaos than what happened in 1993 after MK Abiola election was annulled. This time around, we have been much more able to understand why that failed, because some bastard Yoruba people compromised it. Mostly some of our obas. And one word Dale Abiola. So we are telling our kings in advance that when we eventually come out for our rally and our kings think that they can be used again, just like they have been used many times, just as most of them killed Abiola, their son, as they always call him, àwọn náà lọ padà Gbabọde fún. Ẹ má díẹ̀ àwọn generation yìí. We are not that generation of 1993. We are now a different generation that will not tolerate what you did by not allowing Yoruba people to fully exit. Oba Sijuade, as we heard, also told Yoruba people to continue with One Nigeria and go and vote. We are not going to listen to Alaafin. Neither are we going to listen to Ooni of Ife, Akarigbo, Awujale, Alake. Ní gbọ́ gbogbo tẹ́ bá bá wa sọ, because gbogbo yín ni ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ tá à ń pariwo pé kí Yorùbá padà síbi tó wà tẹ́lẹ̀. Ẹ refuse láti dá sí. That means pé ẹ̀yin ò ní interest pé kí Yorùbá kó wà gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè tí ẹ̀yin ṣe ọba lé lórí. So that means that ẹ ní right kankan mọ́lé wa lórí until tá bá gba country wa. Tá bá gba country, àwa máa fẹ́ yín ní right yẹn padà. Torí àgbé right lẹ́yìn lọ́wọ́ padà. But nígbà tá bá ti jáde fún rally, you have no right to stop any Yoruba people across your state and your community tí ẹ̀ ń ṣọba lé lórí. And tẹ́ bá prove pé ẹ máa lo anything to impress Tinubu or our governors, there will be a massive chaos. We are preparing for this spiritually, physically, and mentally. But we are using the same media that has never been used before to warn ahead of this day that is coming. We are just waiting for Baba Akintoye to go ahead and announce the date, and we start shutting down every part of Yoruba land for a massive mega rally that have never been witnessed before. If you're a non-indigent living in Yoruba land, you dare not tell us that you are going for your business. You will not be able to run your business as you are right now. We are taking back our land. and we need to protect it before your business. So you must gear up for that. As soon as a rally is called in Yoruba land, your businesses will be disrupted. Bet me, as I say, your businesses will be fully disrupted until our land is fully back on our hands. If you have to prepare for any emergency or move your business slightly back to your state, start thinking of that now. The land doesn't belong to Igbo, neither does it belong to Hausa people. Don't tell us we are one Nigeria. We are not fucking one Nigeria. We are Yoruba people, and we will do whatever it takes to take that land back to its glory as true Yoruba land. And we will welcome you to continue to live on that land, subject to the rules and the constitution that would then be used to run that land. Don't tell us that we are one Nigeria. Don't come and disturb our business. Fuck you. If you dare us, you can also be affected. We will not just be affecting our Yoruba people that won't be able to run their businesses as well, but you will also be affected. Take this to anywhere, I am telling you in advance, for those of you that are non-Yorubas. This is a big event that is about to start in Yoruba land. Don't misquote me. It's a big event that will lead to the declaration and the final exit of the Yoruba people. How long it will take from when we start, I would not be able to know, subject to what our leaders would decide. But I can tell you, the journey to leave Nigeria by the Yoruba people that are serious this time around. If you think that, oh, we are not serious. I've seen some of you Igbo people. I've read your comments. You bastard that continue to say that we should shut up. I am not talking to the true Biafra that wants to exit. I am talking to the bastard Igbos that think that Yaraba, fuck you. If you dare us, all your businesses will be shut down from the day we come out for the rally. You will not operate your businesses because our life is far better than your business in Yoruba land. If you need to start working towards to move your business to Igbo land, or those of you Hausa, do that now, because we will fucking shut down that whole Southwest. It's coming. I can tell you that. They are mad people more than me, but they are telling me to tell you this in advance. This is a serious thing that needs to be resolved, but we hope it can still be resolved. Let me give back again to how we told Tinubu in 2024 that the Yoruba people wants to leave. We have given him a letter. It's up to him to now either go and find where that letter has been kept. Let me first go back again from any state actors in Yoruba land. You know yourself, the state actors, the one that the politicians use. We are one Yoruba people, but we are ready to fight you if you are going to defend the politicians against us. Yoruba Nation, Akintoye, Igboho, right, President Bola Tinubu, seek exit from Nigeria. This was one out of many newspapers that picked up the article of the press release and the letter that was submitted to all the mainstream media as at the time. This was Premium Times, put together on April 22, 2024. Let's read quickly. The Yoruba Self-Determination Movement, led by Professor Adebanji Akintoye and Chief Dr. Sunday Adeyemo Igboho, popularly known as Sunday Igboho, has written an open letter to President Bola Tinubu seeking a peaceful breakaway of the Yoruba people from Nigeria. That is still our stand. Ibitashi drole lori na niyen. Peaceful breakaway. And if you do not want peace, go and prepare for war between us and the government. It is not the first time that people are fighting to break away. As I speak to you right now, there are many countries that are fighting for a breakaway. I'll be telling you that in just a few minutes. In the letter that was signed by Professor Adebanji Akintoye, Chief Dr. Sunday Adeyemo, and Ola Ademola, the trio urged the president to establish a negotiating team with the group within the next 2 months and have a dialogue. Gbogbo Yoruba, Tinubu failed to acknowledge or allow a negotiating team láàrin Yoruba under the leadership of Baba Akintoye at the federal government. So, ìdí tí a ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ wá múra sílẹ̀ pé the government would have no choice than to listen nígbà tá a bá ti shut down Southwest with our rally in our millions, because it would stop quite a lot of activities across all the Yoruba land. And the federal government would then have to release a team that will negotiate with us. Without a negotiating team to dissolve Nigeria away from Yoruba land, we are not going back into our houses. We will remain outside until the day Yoruba nation will finally have to be declared. It is not one-day task. It is not a two-day task. It might take months. It might take weeks. It might take years. Tó bá jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá, I know a lot of you are saying, àti ready, àti ready. Àti ready yẹn kò ń ṣe pé àti ready fúnjọ́ kan o. Kò ń ṣe pé àti ready fúnjọ́ méjì o. Kò ń ṣe pé àti ready fúnjọ́ mẹ́ta o. We must also remember that this is going to be a long and a very long one. Kò ń ṣejọ́ kan là ń sọ̀rọ̀ o. Do not think that it is a one-day event. It is more than one day. We are still seeking a peaceful exit from Nigeria, but subject to whether President Tinubu is ready to accept such peaceful resolution. Ọmọlúàbí ṣì ni wá, but we will not tolerate anybody to intimidate us thinking that ọmọlúàbí lè máa fi plea wa to tell us to go back while things will be resolved. This time around, that resolve must happen that will lead to us having our own country. Kò ṣe eré là ń sọ̀rọ̀ o. It is a big task ahead. This is not Igboho's fight. This is not Baba Akintoye's fight. It is each and every sons and daughters of Yoruba to liberate ourselves finally from the monster the British created called Nigeria. Because Nigeria is a monster. Let's go further. Most of us need to understand that we want to create another history. And there will be many enemies and traitors, like I said yesterday. In a letter that was signed, like I said, moving forward, we asked for dialogue with Tinubu and his government. He's not interested. And if you look at from April last year to April this year, we are already 17th of April. In the next 5 days, it will be exactly 1 year from this article. I think 1 year is more than enough for a serious government that doesn't want the death of innocent people to sit and dialogue, because dialogue can lead us to our exit peacefully. But if Tinubu thinks that he can just brush it aside like Buhari did while in office, as of government way, we are still seeking a peaceful breakaway of the Yoruba people from Nigeria. If they refuse a peaceful breakaway, they should expect a chaotic breakaway, and whatever that means to anyone, you should go and prepare your mind, soul, and body for that. If the government refuses a peaceful breakaway, that means the government must expect a chaotic breakaway of the Yoruba people, and they can't stop it. The task ahead is extremely serious. Do not joke with this. Ìwọ tó jẹ́ ọmọ Yoruba nation that believe that ó yẹ kí Yorùbá dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè. We are under a serious attack and don't expect much from Tinubu on this. Let's go further. This is coming days after suspected Yoruba nation, which we have known that Tinubu was part of those that set us up by bringing in DUPE ONITIRI to destabilize the true movement. We know that already because evidence has already pointed that this is not the first time that Tinubu has always destroyed every group within Yoruba land. He destroyed Afenifere, he has destroyed Nadeco, he has destroyed many organizations that has been set up within Yoruba land. Even many people confirm such. So Tobaniwo invaded Oyo State when DUPE ONITIRI decided to tell those that are the followers, we want to declare Yoruba nation. That is Tinubu's agenda. Tinubu drafted in DUPE ONITIRI into the movement to destabilize and destroy. That is the reason why in 2022, the Yoruba people could have had a chance to witness what I would have called a declaration of Yoruba nation. I can tell you this now. A declaration of Yoruba nation was ready in 2022. That information got to Tinubu, and DUPE ONITIRI decided to invade the Oyo State Secretariat. Some of those that were arrested are still in Agodi prison, while one or two of them, from information, have died in that prison. DUPE ONITIRI herself is still not yet declared as a wanted as of today by the same federal government under President Tinubu. But Tinubu still refused to lift the wanted that Fulani man, Buhari, led to Igbowo's death, that they wanted to kill him because they were ready to kill Igbowo on the 1st of July 2021. Igbowo survived because his time has not yet come for death to take him out. But unfortunately, we lost two sons of Yoruba, Alhaji Fatai and Alhaji Adogon. Even though Tinubu is in power today, Tinubu has still not allowed the bodies to be returned to the family for a full burial. Tinubu has not yet allowed Igbowo's account, and I say account, not one account, not two, not three, not four. The smallest money in Igbowo's account is 125 million naira. And as I speak to you, all these accounts are still shut down since 2021, when the former DSS and the former Attorney General Malami requested that I shut down all Igbowo's account. And Afunaya, the Igbo man that was the DSS spokesman, presented Igbowo as a terrorist and declared him wanted. But I can tell you officially today that after a thorough investigation by the European Union, with the evidence with me, they've confirmed that Igbowo is not a terrorist, neither is he a criminal, and that is why the German government have not done anything to warrant his arrest, because he has not killed an ant, he has not destroyed Nigeria. Rather, Nigeria has killed millions of his people, and likewise, Nigeria destroyed Igbowo's properties and killed two Yoruba people, and also took many to Abuja for many months until we fought hard to make sure that no Yoruba son or daughter will be in the custody. We did that. There are many people today wondering why Igbowo is free to travel. He's been to London. If you are a wanted, you will not get through the border of United Kingdom. I have been to the airport not one, not twice, not three, to welcome Igboho back to London, that he has been traveling before Yoruba Nation. Igboho continue to enjoy the privilege from a very great man that I will continue to appreciate all the time. The man that knows and understands that what Igboho was fighting for, he has already experienced such before in the past, and that is nobody else but the president of a very beautiful country, a country that has given us our right far better than the monsters called Nigeria. I'm talking about a country that has been declared that 2025 is among the 25 countries that people have been told to visit. A country that is less than 13 million in population, but they have 24 hours constant electricity. The road network is good. The security is good, far better than Nigeria. We are grateful to this country that has tolerated Babakitoye and Igboho to live freely without any inch of any sort of questioning. So we are grateful to President Patrick Talon that as much as I have been told from my last visit to Cotonou that there was a lot of imminent pressure coming from the Fulanis to release Igboho back to them, Talon stood his ground and asked for evidence that proved that Igboho is a criminal. They presented some evidence, but after a thorough investigation in those evidence, President Talon knew, just as anyone, that Igboho was in serious danger and he needs to be protected. These are facts that have just come out after my first visit to Africa in January. I was told with evidence that there was imminent pressure coming from the state actor, from Sultan of Sokoto to Buhari and many Fulanis, that Igboho must be released back to them. But President Talon says he dared not do so because òun ò rí ẹ̀rí kankan tó point pé criminal ni Sunday Igboho. Buratai, as at the time, was the ambassador to Benin Republic, another strategy by the Fulanis. That failed. Igboho confirmed to me that Buratai came to the prison with an open blank check that he should withdraw from Yoruba Nation and pen how much he wants on that check. Buratai did not know the kind of person Igboho is. And Igboho said to him, "You are a Fulani man." You've never heard of this before. There was a serious conversation going on in the facility that Igboho was kept when this visitation came through. Igboho said to Buratai, "You want me to stop what I am doing to save Yoruba people so that your Fulani clan can kill my people?" Buratai said he's not a Fulani man, and that is not the agenda. Igboho said, "That has always been the agenda, and you are a Fulani man." Those within the prison facility that was sent, and also a representative. This is an exclusive that you've never heard before. There was someone that was sent by President Talon to witness that visitation. And this goes to those of you that always say Igboho has been paid off, just to clear the air on that. Igboho State to Buratai. That is a pistol being held by one of the prison guard. We are only few of us here. Kill me with this pistol and pay these ones off and return back with my body to Abuja. But Igboho refused to back down even while in the custody of the Benin Republic government. That message was relayed back to President Toun. And that is one of the reasons why Igboho is still enjoying his freedom, because he proved himself that money was not the reason why he was fighting for his people. President Toun confirmed during one-on-one conversation with Igboho after Igboho's mother died. You've never heard about this again before. President Toun now requested, prior before Igboho's mother died, that Igboho should be removed from where he is and give a place with security to support him 24/7, 7 days a week, because they can now see that the threat level on Igboho is high. There was also a particular day that there was some kind of security around Igboho that the government of Benin Republic drafted more policemen again to give Igboho extra security. Eventually, when Igboho's mother died, President Toun requested to see Igboho one-on-one. He apologized. Or rather, he also felt that Igboho's mother that died definitely had to do with the reason why Igboho has been kept in the custody. President Toun told Igboho that they had no choice than to protect him, because there was pressure coming from Nigeria, as at the time Buhari was in office, so that Igboho can be returned back. And he needs to make sure that, according to the laws of the international law and the Constitution of Benin Republic, that since Igboho did not commit a crime in Benin Republic, he was only traveling, as many of you have done so in the past, using Benin Republic airport to travel out. Since Benin is also an ECOWAS country that Nigeria is, so you have the right to move within an ECOWAS country. Igboho did not live in Benin at the time. He was only traveling past Benin Republic, and there is no evidence that Igboho was operating any criminal activities inside Benin Republic. So that is the reason why he had to protect Igboho from the danger that they spotted. And that is why Igboho is still enjoying the freedom between Germany, where the family lives, and the wife, and Benin Republic, a place he has called home since the Yoruba Obas pushed him out. While, as we witness today, many Yoruba people continue to be killed by the Fulani terrorists within Nigeria and within the Yoruba land. Let's go back to Yoruba Nation. Akintoye Igboho right Tinubu last year, April. Omakwe 5 days from today that we wrote a letter to Tinubu. This time around, Tinubu must prepare for us, because konshoro letter ni Tinubu mafidawa lo manisin. When we shut down Southwest, Tinubu will react. That reaction will lead to crisis, anarchy, and chaos. It might lead to death. But every death that occurred during the rally, Tinubu will be held fully responsible as the Chief Commander Officer of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And if care is not taken, it has been done in the history before. If care is not taken, and we end up as Yugoslavia, where Yugoslavia president as at the time was told that Yugoslavia was due to break up. But they refused to allow the breakup of Yugoslavia. But today, Yugoslavia still end up breaking up. But the Socialist Federal Republic of Yugoslavia dissolved between 1989 and 1992. So those of you Nigerians that are saying Nigeria cannot break up, that is a lie. Countries break up, and Nigeria will also break up.
Mo jẹ́ ẹ̀jẹ́ fún orílẹ̀-èdè mi ilẹ̀ Odùduwà tó ń ṣàn fún wàrà àti fún oyin, ilẹ̀ tó kún fún àwọn akọni ọgbọ́n ètò àti òye. Mo ṣe ìlérí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ ológo ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀, ìtànṣán oòrùn láti la ayé já nílẹ̀ Áfíríkà, láti gbé ilẹ̀ Odùduwà lárugẹ. Mo pinnu láti fìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan fún ìlọsíwájú ìran Yorùbá. Mo fọwọ́ sọ̀yà pé n kò ní dalẹ̀ tàbí ṣọ̀tẹ̀ sí ìṣọ̀kan àti ìtẹ̀síwájú orílẹ̀-èdè mi ilẹ̀ Odùduwà. Èmi yóò fi gbogbo ipá, ọkàn, iṣẹ́, ọgbọ́n àti ìṣe mi sin orílẹ̀-èdè mi ní òtítọ́ àti lódodo títí ọjọ́ ayé mi. Gbogbo ìyànjú àwọn akọni tó ti lọ kò ní já sófo láti ọwọ́ mi títí dé ìrandíran tí ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn. Mo ṣe ìlérí pé ẹ̀sìn tàbí ìṣèlú kò ní yà wá nílẹ̀ Odùduwà. Tó bá wáyé bẹ́ẹ̀, mo lè lo ọkàn ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó kù sára mi láti fi ṣègbè àti jàjàgbara fún orílẹ̀-èdè mi. Ilẹ̀ Odùduwà, ìran Yorùbá, èdè kan, àṣà kan àti ìṣe kan ló so wá pọ̀ láéláé lágbára Elédùwà.